What I really need and what I've asked for and what I'm hoping to gain is a little more sense, just common sense, better known and better practiced and better explained as Nun Sense.
Everything I've learned from nuns.
Yeah, there you go. It's Nun Sense, and it's Sister Marilyn Marie from Little Flower with us this morning. Good morning, Sister. Happy anniversary. Happy Advent. Happy anniversary as well. I have no idea.
Good morning, Ron and Dave. How are you this morning?
Well, we're not sure. We'll let you know.
I have an Advent question for you as I start out.
Okay.
So I was in a store last night and saw a display of purple and blue poinsettias. Where do you stand on the color?
Ooh. I kind of like red myself.
Yeah. I think I'm a red poinsettia guy.
Yeah. It just kind of struck me as an interesting.
Now
but anyway.
This of course is the time of Barbie. So you got pink Christmas trees, and probably you've got pink. Well, you've always had pink poinsettias, haven't you?
Yeah, pink are natural, but blue and purple are not natural, right?
It just didn't fit.
Those are artificial. Yeah.
Anyway, so much to learn from the Advent season, I think, as we go through our day as well as through the season. And as I was reflecting on it in recent weeks, one of the things I think Advent usually, for many of us, takes us immediately to Christmas and immediately to adding lights, adding decorations, adding gifts, adding. And I was thinking, before we do that, at least I know when I invite somebody in my home, I clear out first. I look around, and are there little piles of things that need to go away, or even things that need to be repaired, light bulbs replaced, and so on. And so for me, Advent is also a time of, just kind of taking account of what's around and what can go, not only physically, but I find myself doing almost an inventory of what are the unnecessary worries and anxieties that are taking up space that don't need to, distractions that are just not helpful that I can set aside, or broken relationships that maybe it's that person somehow at this time of year that I think about that, I've been carrying around baggage with, and I just need to make a phone call or pay a visit and say, can we start over? That kind of thing. And then certainly Sacrament of Reconciliation. It's a good time to put things in order that way too. So I think for me, that's a kind of a foundational starting place. So before I add, what do I need to clear out to make room for the other things?
Well, that's great advice. And when you think about how we accumulate things and like you say, build on what we have. I mean, I don't consider myself a hoarder, but mentally I'm hoarding. You know what I mean? There's a lot that's weighing on us, and we need to declutter our soul too.
I think we all yearn for that season of peace, but sometimes I forget to look at, well, why am I not at peace? What can I do about it, rather than, well, if so-and-so would just change, or that sort of thing. So the clearing out for me is a good starting place. And then I'm a person who believes strongly in places of beauty, spots of beauty. I think we either take for granted or lack beauty in our lives. And so Christmas and Advent always, for me, we're adding beauty. Lights are part of the season, and they're there because I think they fill a need in us for that beauty. So how do we add beauty during these weeks once we've cleared out? And I always think it's a good time to, as we're putting up decorations and so on and making our space beautiful, do we have extra that we can just share? I think of the ways that, I've moved from house to house to house over the years with our sisters, and people are very generous to us. And, they'll say, oh, well, we were downsizing. we'll give you this Christmas tree, or we were downsizing and we'll give you this, and we can tend to accumulate. And, you know, there are so many who have nothing of beauty during this season. So might it be a time as we're going through Christmas decorations to say, you know, we really don't need 6 trees in our house. We can share with somebody who doesn't have any tree. So that sharing in physical things, but then also I think in conversation and in presence, so that we're not presence, PRESENCE, that we're not always focused just on the physical way things look, but that we take the time to be with others and to have the conversations and to spend quality time with people.
Love that, sister. And, you know, we have spring cleaning, right? So Advent is maybe that time of spiritual cleaning. And to your point, I remember when we had young kids, it was all about clearing out the toys so you could get other toys, you know, make room for stuff. It's like, why are we making room? Maybe we don't need them, you know? So just a calculation there, a fair and right calculation as we enter this season as well. Thank you so much, sister. You are such a gift to us. We're thrilled to have you with us.
Well, thanks for the opportunity. I appreciate it, and blessings on your Advent season as well.